Hello, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of The Witcher, where we are hunting down the bastard who hurt Prisscilla.
Think. Sewing up drowner victims can grow awfully tedious.
Yeah, let's take a little dwarven spirit.
To nip the problem in the bud. I tried to get the temple. Hear that?
Been hearing it for a while. Draw your weapon.
Drowners.
Insolent fool!
Come on.
Go on, buddy. I like this sword.
Prisscilla, how's it look? Give it to me straight, no sugarcoating.
Her wounds will heal. But it's her voice that concerns me. Surely you understand what a terrible blow that would be to a Trobert. Enough to strip her of the will to live.
Any remedy for that?
I fear only your friend Dandelion can be of help on that count.
I took away a singing voice. Who knows? We might be able to help her.
Take the ladder.
They made her drink acid. That's fucked up.
This is the place. Come, the quicker we take care of this, the better.
Why? Got somewhere to be?
Someone might disturb us. The coroner, for example. Or Reverend Nathaniel Pastodi. Very well. We seek the corpse of a dwarven woodcarver.
Is this the one? Found him straight away. It's not difficult.
On the fingers, sawdust in the beard, clothes sticky with sap. Must be our dwarf.
Excellent. I trust you don't grow weak in the knees at the sight of blood.
Not a bit. Start the autopsy.
Where?
Torso.
Let's examine his torso.
What have we here? Deep wound on the left side of his rib cage, and a scar the length of his stomach.
Gutted him.
Let's examine the chest wound. Yeah, heart carved out, wound cauterized.
Wait a minute, there's something else.
The hell?
An egg from an amphibian. A salamander? Scorched but intact.
I attended some lectures in herpetology as a student. Afraid I don't recall any amphibians that would lay eggs in corpses. So either Professor Cochrane was deeply mistaken, or this is our murderer's doing.
Cool card, maybe.
Look at the scar. Wounds long and thin. An incision. But the edges are ragged.
Means nothing. Look, no swelling, no bruises. An old injury, perhaps an accident in the workplace.
Open the abdominal cavity.
Due warning, it will stink of rot.
Once fought a Zoogle up to my waist in sewage, so I doubt...
He seems to go on about that one a lot.
Smells not rot.
Formaldehyde. A medical novelty.
Yeah.
Heavily diluted, it's remarkable at preserving organic tissue in stronger proportions.
That's probably what they made
It's
Prisscilla
more
drink.
destructive than acid.
Explains why there's no smell of decay, and why his throat's scalded. Let's look at his head. Hair smells like it's burnt, like he was in a fire.
Notice anything else? That his eyes have been scooped out, for instance?
Well, yeah, that was a bit obvious.
Those burn marks I see in his eye sockets.
Yes. And some grey dust. Ash, it seems. Very fine.
Murderer gouged out his eyes, then put burning coals in the sockets.
Torture?
So it seems. Looking at the wounds, it appears our woodcarver was still alive when it happened.
tortured him.
Let's examine the mouth. Burns, blisters.
Just like Priscilla's.
It's from the formaldehyde.
See this? Incision made into the voice box.
Indeed, so thin as to be nearly unnoticeable.
A small, extremely sharp instrument. Scalpel.
Yeah, but why? The wound is too small to bleed, and there are signs of swelling. The murderer... I believe he performed a tracheotomy, so the victim wouldn't die too soon.
That's fucked up.
Look at his hands. These welts. Rope burns, right? He was tied up.
I'd expect so. No one could sit through such torture unless bound.
Speaking from experience.
Yes, that of a victim. Spent a year in the dungeons of Tretogor. Long story.
Some other time, maybe. See the callus? Our dwarf wore a ring, but someone took it off him. See anything interesting on his legs?
His right foot. The ankles swollen, toenails broken. He clearly kicked something very hard. Right before he kicked the bucket.
Doesn't strike me as the right time for jokes.
Apologies. We surgeons... we've a different sensibility.
Clearly.
And a different sense of humor.
Fuck it.
His genitals. We ought to inspect those.
I sincerely doubt they bear any relation to the matter.
You're probably right.
Right. Never mind.
Just the awkwardness. Never mind.
I know
It's
enough.
fine. Don't worry.
Enlighten me, please, because I've still no notion what this is about. What the motive might have been.
Ritual murder?
It's some kind of sick ritual. You saw it. Burns in the eye sockets, cavity where the heart should be, scalding liquid, all centering on warmth, heat, fire.
A fire eternal.
Oh.
It's a lead worth following. Any idea what his name was?
Fabian Meyer. And I'm Hubert Reich, the coroner. I've come to perform the autopsy. But I see you've done it for me, Joachim. As always, you interfere where you're neither needed nor wanted. Drag others into trouble in the process. Who is this?
A student. Lifelong learner. Got a couple questions for you.
Very well, speak. But be quick. Reverend Nathaniel has come by for an inspection. He'll be here shortly.
Woodcarver's body. Where was it found? It's important.
Plan to investigate?
Yep.
Exciting. He died in his workshop south of the market square, just beside the gate to Far Corners. That poor Trebirates was attacked there. City's abuzz about it. But the woodcarver, Eustace the corpse collector, brought us the body. You should speak to him. Saw him just around the corner near... Oh, greetings.
Oh, shit.
Reverence.
Who are these people? I believe I made it clear no one's to be allowed in under any circumstances.
You did, but they're friends of the deceased. Here to collect the body.
Out of the question. Show them out at once.
As your reverence wishes.
Um.
Gentlemen, follow me. You shall leave via another route.
Why wouldn't he let
Why'd you
anyone
cover
take the
for
body?
us? I was covering my own arse. If Reverend Nathaniel had learned someone had entered the morgue, then cut open a corpse without his permission, I'd be in deep trouble. But you didn't give that a thought, did you, Joachim? As ever. Well, while I don't approve of your willfulness, I also wish to see this murderer hang. So...
Or be cut open or cut in
related to
half.
this case?
Either or.
Thank you.
Nathaniel. Who is he?
A scoundrel. A rogue. Like every man who wears the robes of the eternal fire.
Most are scoundrels before they ever put on the robes.
True in his case as well. Before he donned the frock, Nathaniel was a torturer. Delighted especially in torturing women. Later, Hierarch Hemmelfart appointed him to oversee the morgue. He deals with the temple guard, supervises cremations, conducts funeral masses in the temple on the Isle, and so forth.
Dream job. Might have told me you know the coroner. We could have skipped the trip through the sewers.
I know him, thus I avoid him. I've said enough on the subject.
Should I press him or should I leave? Yeah, let's press him. I'm interested to learn.
I decide when we're done with this subject. What's your connection to him?
An old story, but if you insist. The student protests in 1242, you've heard of them? I led them.
Oh.
Hubert, however, denounced me to the authorities. I landed in prison.
Oh.
There you have it. What will you do now?
So they were friends, but he
Woodcarver's workshop.
basically ratted him out.
Who found him? Alley where Prisscilla was attacked. Got work to do.
As do I. At the hospital. I must return there. But I shall keep my fingers crossed.
And I'll keep my eye on you.
Hey, you! Yes, you! You got water on the brain?
See if we can find. Oh, hello.
Bloody bandits!
Ah, the corpse collector.
Streets no more.
Hello.
You Eustace, the corpse collector?
Aye? How'd you know?
Fourth sense, I think it is. You bring Fabian Meyer's body to the morgue?
Oh, yeah, I remember. No ice, no art, one of them, right?
Yeah.
No purse neither, as I recall.
One of them? So there've been other bodies like that?
Sure have. Beggars, street urchins, and street walkers. One went so portly, I had to cut her into pieces to fit her in me wheelbarrow.
Jesus.
Slippery sow, they called her, on account of her.
Some things are best left unsaid. What happened to the pieces?
What do you mean? Reverend Nathaniel ordered them burned. Every last one. Oh, shame that was.
Shame?
Sounds a bit
Why?
suspicious.
Actually, never mind. Another thing that's best left unsaid. You search Fabian's body?
Well, I cast an eye in his pockets, made sure nothing went to waste.
I call a spade a spade. You rob corpses.
And I call a prick a prick. It's none of your fucking concern. What, you tax collector? Piss off, mute.
Yeah, screw it.
That hard up for coin? Fine. Have some. Now talk. What did you find on him?
Triflings, baubles, gloss-beaded ring, handful of coins, and a letter. Look, vellum, quality parchment that. I'll wipe off the writing and sell it as new.
I'll take the letter.
That's human skin.
Oh.
Prisscilla. Next victim's name. If you'd given this to the right person, she might not have been hurt.
What the fuck do I care what happens to some Prisscilla? We short of wenches in this town.
Hit him.
Oi, fucking hell, what was that for?
Priscilla's my friend.
For everything.
Priscilla's my mate, and you just insulted her. Prick.
Shut off. Don't know nothing else.
Oh, Lydia, what happened here? Monsters lost laughter.
Easy. He insulted my friend. Examine the place where the woodcarver died. I'm guessing that's the one down here.
Got my eye on you, white one.
Ah, this looks promising.
Anyone home?
Begun, or I'll set me hounds on you. Molly, Striga, come!
Relax. I'm here about Fabian Meyer. Looking for his killer.
That's altogether different. Sit you stupid much, lie down. Come on, come on in. Slowly now, lest they bite you.
And you are?
So who might you be?
The Stiff's brother. Gus is the name. We ran a workshop together. Meyer and Meyer.
Whoa!
What'll it be now?
It's a big
Just
dog.
Meyer?
Name it. I'll be closing it down now. As soon as I find a buyer for this shack, I'll head on to Mahakam. Be near my family, or What's left of it. So, what do you want to know? What can I tell you about Fabian?
Tell me what you know about the murder, in order, in detail.
'Twas like this. Had some work in Oxenford, and I was coming home. Saw a plume of smoke rising over the city. Thought to myself, blast it, gonna miss him burn another hag.
What the fuck is that doing that to the screen
coming
for?
From Hyrax Square. It was coming from here.
Oh.
See the soot stains? That's where they burned our sculptures.
Oh.
Folk gathered around the blaze, and I found Fabian here beside it. They'd already loaded him on the cart by the time I arrived.
Talk to your neighbors. Did you see anything suspicious beforehand? Hear anything?
Claimed not to. But even if they had, they'd not have helped. In Novigrad, folk give bleating orphans in the street a wide berth so as not to stain their poor lanes. They'd care about some dwarf.
Have any enemies?
Brother have any enemies? Anyone dislike him? Threaten him, maybe?
'Twas Fabian who threatened this one last. Oh, you were a good dwarf. Craftsman like no other. But you were an incorrigible whoremonger as well. Whenever we put a bit of coin aside, I'd say, let's buy some tools, quality timber. No, he grabbed the purse and head out whoring. Took to following one in particular. He'd say, "'Tis all your fault, dirty bitch, human dish rag," and other obscenities. Don't rightly know what that was about. Maybe he was in love with her.
Know where I can find her? This dish rag?
City cemetery. She died a few days back, quietly in her sleep. Her pont said a fever took her.
Fine, we've talked enough. Need to look around.
Be my guest. Just beware of the dogs.
Bloodstains.
That's where Fabian lay when they found him.
Statues of the old gods. Nothing but women. Shapely ones.
He was dragged.
Someone dragged something across the floor. Or dragged it from one wall to the other, repeatedly.
I can't search inside. Is there anything else I'm missing around here? Come on, talk! Bloody thing.
Aye.
Open the workshop.
Mind if I go inside the workshop?
I've not even peeked inside since they found Fabian. But I'll open it for you if you want.
Thanks, mate. Very much doubt he would have killed his brother that way. Oh, I'm lagging a bit. Hang on. Just in case it crashes on me.
More bloodstains. But not near enough to say he bled to death. Unless somebody got rid of the blood. Left a few stains behind. Formaldehyde. Doubt Fabian used it. Furniture got knocked over. This looks like it was kicked.
Yeah, that's where he died. He keeps doing that.
Oi, Witcher! Coroner wants to see you. Been another victim. Told me to say the main door will be open for you. You're to come as soon as you can.
I'm glitching all over the place.
Ooh.
Hey, handsome.
Human. Priscilla's.
Hello. Concerned citizen.
That him?
A brazier. This time of year.
does.
Let's dance.
Really? Right. Now why'd you send these dickheads after me, you bitch?
Think you'll gut me too, huh? Up your ass, deviant! Hoes can fight back!
Calm down, I'm not gonna hurt you. What are you doing here?
Getting vengeance. Well, why are you staring? Have you not heard killers always return to the scene of their crime? Me and my brother...
Fucking idiot.
A warm welcome for Prisscilla. Almost did her in, the whole son.
I know. Here to look for clues and find anyone who might know something.
Fear I can't help you much. But I can tell you what I know.
Okay.
You and Prisscilla friends?
Friends? Nah. But she saw more than a stupid whore in me. Treated me with respect. It mattered. I was looking to give up whoring. Pick up a decent trade. But none would take me. Not as a washerwoman, nor a servant, nor a cook. Felt like a leper, I did. But Prisscilla, she was different. Agreed to put me in her play, you see. Lots of the other actors, they were afraid on account of her jesting about the eternal fire. Whistling Wendy on stage, can you imagine it? Our dream's gone now. I'm back to working street corners.
Sorry to hear that.
You could do worse as work goes. Or so I tell myself.
Yeah, she wasn't the sole
Prisscilla
victim.
wasn't the sole victim. You aware of that?
Oh, dearie. Of course I was. This didn't start yesterday. Others have died like this before. Beggars, street girls, orphans. But who'd have a drama concern about them? Human rubbish. It's what the guards call us.
Recall any names?
They didn't have proper ones. Baldy, curly, buns. That's what folk called them. No friends, no families. Their bodies were burned long ago.
Take care now. I gotta look around some more. Appreciate it if you didn't disturb me.
Naturally, we'll stand aside, behave. But do tell us if you find anything else here.
There's that letter.
Oh, my head's ringing. Watch it, Tran. No,
Hello?
that's not your stomping ground.
Man's footprint. The murderer's maybe. Weight on his heel. Took a step back.
Hello.
Murderer fled before the guards arrived. Ran this way.
Huh.
Trail ends here. Strange. Even I couldn't jump this wall.
Hidden door, maybe? Formaldehyde.
I know that smell. Formaldehyde. I know that smell. Formaldehyde.
Awful pale.
And I can't trace it.
You scared?
Let's go speak to the coroner. Maybe he's found something. If there's been another victim. Oh, stop doing that!
So, how you go with this thing?
It keeps blurring, like, I don't know, struggling to load? Like that. Get on my nerves.
Welcome, Master Witcher.
I've got a feeling some of the bodies in here I might have put here. Or at least our friend the coroner won't be going out of business anytime soon.
Geralt, right?
Yep.
You're here. Held off on the autopsy till you arrived.
Nice of you. Especially given you didn't seem pleased about my previous visit.
Because you came unannounced and in unfortunate company. I also had Reverend Nathaniel to contend with. Our spiritual caretaker has left the city on some important matter. And I know who you are, what drives you. I'm more than happy to aid your investigation.
Von Graz told me all about you.
Ah. Doubtless you've heard how I had the noble leader of the student protesters thrown in prison. But did you hear the protests were far from peaceful? Or did he neglect to mention it?
You might have neglected to mention that.
Witcher. Those who rejected liberty, equality, and fraternity would be found in the gutter come morning.
Oh.
Their throats slit from ear to ear with surgical precision. Joachim had been my favorite student, but alas, I had to do something. So I reported him. Then I left the university and found work in the morgue, where none care about my past. Whereas Joachim, oh, fate's ironies. Years later, he was appointed head of the very ward I had founded.
Huh. Yeah, you look a little young.
How old's Von Graz? 50? 60?
53, I believe. Why do you ask?
You look a little young to have been his teacher.
Not surprising. For years, I've lived in the cold and dark, breathing the vapors of embalming fluids. In short, working with corpses extends one's life. Amusing, is it not?
Who's the victim?
Who's the victim this time?
Joris Aquinas, a lecturer in theology at Oxenfurt Academy. Found this morning at his home on a catafalque made of his books.
Any titles in particular?
It seems all the tomes dealt with the eternal fire. Treatises critical of the faith's doctrines.
Yeah, mortal sin in Novigrad. Let's start.
Gladly. The wounds conform to the killer's modus operandi. The victim was bound and forced to drink formaldehyde. Next, the killer removed the eyes, placed burning coals in the sockets.
Yeah, it's
then
ritualistic.
opened the ribcage and... What's this? A parchment made of human skin.
A message from the murderer. The name of his next victim. Patricia Vegelbud.
Do you know her?
Yes. Even went to her estate once with... Gotta find her, now.
Shit. The race is on. But we're going to have to leave that till next episode. So, thank you guys for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed the video and subscribe if you want to see more content like it. As always, there'll be a link to the full playlist in the description, and I hope to see you next time. Adios.